Turn the volume up. Listen to my whispers. Close you eyes and let the darkness take shape around you. Every creak, every breath, every shadow you imagine is part of the story. Are you ready? Tonight, we step into the fog, a place where the air never clears and something waits in the dark. This is the fog that never lifts, a story of fear, silence, and the killer who never stopped walking. The fog rolled in thick that night, so thick it muffled sound, swallowed sight, and smothered the trees in a pale, ghostly shroud. It wasn't the kind of fog that lifted when the sun rose. This one stayed. People said it never left Blackwood Forest, not since the killings began. The locals warned everyone to stay away. But of course, there were always those who didn't listen. 5 friends, Tyler, Mia, Jordan, Chris, and Lee, decided to prove the legends wrong. They parked their truck on the edge of the forest, laughing, carrying flashlights, and boasting about how they'd last the night. "Come on," Tyler said, shining his light into the fog. "It's just trees. What's the worst that can happen?" No one answered, because the deeper they went, the quieter the forest became. Not a single cricket, not even the whisper of wind. Only the sound of boots pressing into damp earth and that thick, endless fog. Lee shivered. "Feels like the air watching us." Jordan laughed nervously. "It's just fog, Lee. It doesn't watch." But it did. Somewhere between the trees, something moved. Heavy footsteps, slow, rhythmic, the kind that didn't care about being heard. Chris stopped. "You hear that?" They all froze. The sound came again, a thud, 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 like boots made of stone crushing twigs beneath them. Tyler turned his flashlight toward the sound, but the beam only illuminated fog. The forest was too quiet again. Then Mia whispered, "There's someone out there." They caught a glimpse, just a silhouette at first. A man, huge, shoulders broad as a doorframe. His breathing was deep, rasping through the still air. And then, as the fog drifted aside for just a heartbeat, they saw it. A white hockey mask staring back at them. Jason. He didn't run. He didn't have to. They ran instead. Flashlights shaking, breath ragged, crashing through branches and roots. The forest twisted around them like it was alive, paths looping back, trees shifting position, the fog curling in every direction. Lee screamed when her light flickered out. The others turned, but she was gone. Only her flashlight lay on the ground, its beam cutting across the dirt. "Lee," Mia cried, her voice echoing uselessly through the fog. And then they heard it, the scrape of metal on bark. Slowly, deliberately. Chris swallowed hard. "He's playing with us." Tyler's voice broke. "No, he's hunting." They stumbled upon an old cabin rotting wood, windows shattered, a smell like wet decay seeping from inside. With nowhere else to go, they pushed through the door and slammed it shut. Inside, their flashlights shook across the walls, scratches gouged deep into the wood, names carved there in panic. Hundreds of them. Jordan traced one with his finger. These are dates. Mia's voice quivered. Look at the last one. It was today's date. Something hit the wall outside, hard enough to make the boards tremble. They backed away from the door as another crash followed, and another. Then silence. Tyler leaned close to the window, trying to see. Nothing but fog. And then the door creaked open on its own. Jason stood there, axe in hand, mask glinting in the faint light. He stepped forward once, twice, each footfall deliberate, steady. They screamed, scattering into the corners, but the cabin was too small, too old, too fragile. Jason swung once. The doorframe split in half. He swung again. The light went out. Tyler woke up lying in the dirt outside, his head pounding. The fog was thicker now, almost solid. He could barely see his own hands. Mia, Chris, he called, voice hoarse. No answer. He stumbled forward until he tripped over something. A body, Jordan's, eyes open, neck twisted at an impossible angle. Tyler's breath hitched. He staggered backward and hit something solid behind him. He turned. Jason towered there, silent, mask, reflecting the weak light of Tyler's fallen flashlight. He lifted the axe slowly, almost patiently, as if he had all the time in the world. Tyler screamed. The sound was swallowed by the fog. When dawn came, if it ever truly did, the fog still clung to the forest. The truck was still parked at the edge, doors open, a phone buzzing with missed calls and desperate texts. No one ever came out. Locals who drove past said they sometimes saw shapes moving between the trees, flashes of white, the faint sound of footsteps, and once in a while, a glint of steel. They say Jason still walks the foggy paths of Blackwood Forest, waiting, patient, eternal, because no one ever escapes the fog, and no one ever escapes him. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more nightmares.